Hi everyone, I hope you all. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Cardano once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, Cardano, just like everything else, shit the bed. But look where it's found its support just there. Look at that wick at the moment. Okay, so this, at the moment, the day's not over, but the moment it's showing a bit of strength at the moment to come back into this broadening bottom pattern, and we've wicked on this amazing level of support. Like I said to you, if you start to come down below this support right now, okay, and you start hitting your head, then you're coming down, okay, and you're basically confirming the bear market just there for Cardano. And like I said to you, that would be a really interesting point of level of support for me for Cardano at 40 cents, because you can see you've got literally nothing there, no support, just thin air basically. So you could immediately see like a massive correction here, or essentially, you know, just some kind of trailing down like we did here, coming down to this key support if you do start to lose this support. So there is a little bit of confluence here in the sense that you have held this low at the moment. So you've got this lovely wick of support off this low. I mean, look at that, bounced off it like a boss, okay, and you've come back into this pattern. It's not completely validating this pattern until obviously you start to break up here and retest these highs. You break that, then you're validating this beautiful broadening bottom pattern. But if it does start to roll, then you're looking at, I think you're looking at a whopping correction here coming down to that for Cardano. Okay, so it's sort of hanging on by the skin of its teeth, okay, but it has bounced off key support. So from here, you know, from here right now, you could be looking at a beautiful upside of around about 51% over the next couple of weeks, providing we can hold. And it's all about Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin holding that low and starting to consolidate on that low and putting in a retracement, which is where you'll start to see Cardano rally and a lot of the alts rally as well, okay? And now it's at that point that we do need to see Bitcoin hold its retracement, because if it does start to roll over and it loses a key low that it's created for itself, then that's your bear market confirmation for Bitcoin right now, okay? And, you know, like I said to you, capitulation and fear, just like we've got capitulation here, look at the wicks at the bottom, okay? It always offers fantastic entry points. So far, so good. We've come back into the pattern today. If we can close inside this pattern, we are still validating this at the moment, regardless of the wick. It's where the bodies of the candles are, look, because you've got the wicks outside there. So you've got that level of resistance and you've got this descending level of support, essentially some kind of broadening bottom pattern like this. Come down, like I said to you, come down to that trend line and start to come back up and attack that resistance. At that point, if you start to break and back test the support, you've got a beautiful little target to retrace these highs up here, okay, for Cardano moving forward. That's the bullish case basically, you know, and we can trade upon that. But if you do start to come down again and you start to lose that low, then that would be a target in the bear market for me for Cardano moving forward. You know, it's absolutely sitting on a knife edge here, isn't it? It's really testing support. Yesterday was an enormous sell-off here. What we need to do is find some kind of reversal pattern. Let's take a look on the hourly time frame just here, okay? So there is a saying, obviously, you know, you're fully aware, those that pick bottoms get smelly fingers, and the whole time down here I've been trying to find the bottom for you. But you know, Cardano's really testing, isn't it? It's really testing the patience out of everyone. But you can see that once it sort of finds support, it does break quite impulsively. And right now, potentially, if we take a look at this little scenario right here, look at the wick scenario here. So we've come down, we've got this wick, it started to create some kind of double bottom, come back up, back testing the resistance, previous support, and then start to break out. And right now you're getting some kind of little V-shaped recovery here off this wick, off this key support. We're starting to come back up and potentially creating some beautiful little double bottom pattern again. You start to break and back test and hold that support, you're going to get continuation. And like I said to you, you could ride it all the way up to that resistance just there, and then you really are creating that broadening bottom pattern that we're targeting here for Cardano as a best case scenario for the bulls basically. You know, so let's keep an eye on this little pattern that's beginning to form on the hourly time frame. Let me take a look again and give you a resistance target for Cardano. So you know, that is a key level of resistance right now that you create for yourself for a little reversal pattern. Just here, because you're looking for higher lows basically. So right now you put in this low just here, okay, you start to come back up into this resistance. Now if you start to come down and create a higher low like that and attack that resistance, and you're creating a beautiful ascending triangle and essentially a double bottom pattern, you break resistance, you're looking at a beautiful trade to the upside. I'm going to give you that technical target from there to there. And this is all what ifs, obviously. It's all break on resistance and support, but you could be looking at a beautiful impulsive break for Cardano up to around about 135, you know, and I would imagine you're getting a continuation up to that trend line like I just shown you. That's a 50% long opportunity right there for Cardano off these lows. But it is what ifs. Okay, so this is a key level of resistance right now for Cardano at 112, that you've ran into. So if you can start to come back up and attack that and break it, over the next few days, or even the next couple of days into the next week, then we could be seeing ourselves up there for a beautiful impulsive break for Cardano. Now there is a meeting on Wednesday, the Fed meeting I think it is, about interest rates and tapering, and that could have quite a positive effect on the markets as a whole, if it's positive basically. So yeah, that's basically a little update for you on Cardano. Hope you enjoyed that update. Key support, key resistance at the minute. Lose support, you're going to go down, and this is how on a knife edge it's unbelievable. Key support just there is around about 92 cents. Lose that, you're going to go down, aren't you? Take care everyone, back soon with another update on Cardano. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.